Hey everybody, it's me, Eric Comley, Garrard County 4-H Youth Development Agent, and this is On the Ground. I have been trying to get out as much as I possibly can. The weather has just been spectacular, and I have appreciated so much some of the feedback that I've gotten back about doing some of these videos. I'm hoping that they are educational and entertaining, and so more than anything, I hope that they're educational. I really want you all to see and learn about some of the incredible plants that we have. And especially some of the habitat. I mean, the habitat that we find these plants in is really unique. I mean, sometimes it could be a roadside like today. I mean, I'm literally on the side of the road looking at this plant, but the habitat is so important, and I understand that, you know, we have to have places to live, but we need to make sure that we're extremely conscious of the fact that we have limited amount of space, and we have some really unique things that live in that space. So if we can work together and figure out ways that we can appropriately manage the space, even better. That's awesome. So I want to talk about this one today. This is another milkweed. 'Tis the season for milkweeds. I mean, I have seen so many different kinds. We're starting to see common milkweed come in. I've already done one milkweed with one of these before, and so I apologize. There was a little lizard that was just scooting past, but um, common milkweed. I did antelope horn milkweed, so Asclepias viridis, and so we've seen a bunch. As a matter of fact, just down the road, I saw butterfly weed, the Asclepias tuberosa, and and look at this right here. Look at this. I love this. I love this. I wish you all could see it from where I'm looking at it right now. I mean, really doing some work on this. Anyway, I'm going to keep talking and let this bee do its work. So this one is called Clasping Milkweed. It is, well, I'm going to call it Clasping Milkweed. It has multiple names for it, and I'll actually put some of the other names in the comments or when the information that I put out on YouTube. So this one, Clasping Milkweed, the scientific name is Asclepias amplexicaulis. Okay. It is in the family Apocynaceae, which, as you all know from the other one that I talked about earlier, that is the dogbane family. And they did have their own family, but now the Asclepiaceae, that actually is a subfamily and is found underneath the Apocynum family. Okay, so the milkweeds, this one is this beautiful kind of I think lilac. I don't know, maybe a fuchsia. Is fuchsia bright? I don't know. When I say crazy colors that don't have like red, green, blue, I'm all over the place. But this one is a beautiful kind of a pinkish color. We do have another milkweed in Kentucky called, it's a Asclepias purpurescens, which is, shockingly, it's called purple milkweed. And so we have a couple that look like this, that are kind of that pinkish or purplish color. But anyway, so this one, because it's the reason it's called clasping milkweed, and also because of its scientific name, let me get into the etymology of that really quick. So Asclepius comes from, as you all know, Asclepios, which is the god of medicine, and the Greek god of medicine. And then when we talk about amplexicaulis, we're talking about clasping leaves. So if you look at the leaves that are actually here on the stem, you can see that they attach, and as a matter of fact, they overlap. Okay, so they overlap on the stem like this. So this one is going to be very unique when it comes like this. Also, another feature about the leaves, when you look at it, you see the waviness in the leaves. So when you're looking for this one, you're looking for that purplish color. You're looking for the wavy leaf like that, and you're looking for one that's clasping on the stem. So you're looking at it, and plus obviously there's going to be habitat differences in all of them, and so you want to pay attention to habitat more than anything. When you're going out and you're identifying any plant, the first thing you want to know is, where do I expect to find it? The second thing is you want to pick out some of those really key characteristics. So Craig Caudill at the Nature Reliance School put out a video earlier and was talking about using apps to identify plants. And I encourage that. So if you have the iNaturalist app or you have the Seek app, I encourage you to use those things because it gives you, it at least allows you to have some options about what you're looking at. I always encourage, though, that you either have a field guide, and I would definitely encourage that you have some sort of key with you. And the reason I do that is because if you can figure out what the plant is, okay, first of all, if you use the app and you figure out what it is, you can work backwards in your key and figure out what are the key characteristics. And like I said, when I commented on that video, is that sometimes when you're looking at plants, there's a lot, or especially a key, there's a lot of technical language that's in there that you may not understand. So if you have a good key, you can figure out or underline or highlight some words in there. You already know what the plant is, but you can highlight those words and you can really figure out what some of those things are. The flower, you can see that it has these long stalks and this umbel here. And this one is different than the one that I pointed out earlier, that the antelope horn, is this one actually has horns on the ends of the flowers here. So this one is really just a gorgeous flower. I mean, it's the first time that I've ever seen this one. I'm having a lot of first time seeing this plant over the last week and a half or so. But those key characteristics like this, and where I'm sitting, there's a multitude of plants. There's about 5 or 6 that are off to my or behind me here that are still flowering, and then there's also some that don't have flowers on them, but there's definitely plants that are here and available. As you all know, milkweed is one of those really beneficial plants for butterflies, and then obviously you saw the bumblebee or the bee. I'm saying bumblebee, but you saw the bee that came up and was really doing some work there. So this is a really important one for especially butterflies, and you all know the struggle with monarch butterflies. And so when you find milkweed, and you know it's not something that a lot of people like to have in a field or whatever, because they, you know, if you have livestock, you know, you're concerned about the sap in it because in some species it can be toxic. But I would, you know, if you can leave those alone, it is a really important food source, not only for adult butterflies with the flower, but then as they lay eggs on the leaves and those caterpillars come out and they're actually working through the leaves and chewing on the leaves, then those are really important for them too. So, milkweeds are, you know, there's several that are toxic. Some, they talk about historical uses that, you know, they can be used or they can actually be prepared to eat. And once again, like I say, unless you're in a situation where you absolutely have to do that, and you need to know what it is that you're looking at, because there's all kinds of things that can go really wrong, all the way up to death. And so, you know, if you don't have to eat something, or you know, make sure that you know what you're talking about, know what you're looking at. But you know, be aware that you don't have to do that if you prepare yourself when you go out in the woods. So anyway, I just wanted to show you this plant. Like I said, this one is clasping milkweed, and its scientific name is Asclepias amplexicaulis. Really, Amplexiaulis. I think that's how that goes. So, but this is a really just amazing plant, really cool plant. And I'm going to keep wandering around here and see if I can find anything else that I can take pictures of, or maybe jump on here and do another video for you all. But I'm glad that you are enjoying them. And if you ever have any questions for me, please reach out to me. My email address is Eric, ERIC.Comley, COM as in mother, LEY at UKY.edu. And you can also reach me on the Garrard County 4-H Facebook page if you have any questions about anything. So I hope that you are enjoying them, and please get yourself outside if you can. If you can't, I hope this is bringing a little bit of outside into you. So I just want a real quick shout out. Hi, Teddy Markham. It's good to see you. And, you all stay safe and stay healthy. So thank you all very much. This is Eric Comley with On the Ground.